Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience. What's going on with you, my friend? It's your old pal Joe here, just checking in with you on a motherfucking Monday. How's it going? How's it hanging, my friend? Listen, I hope you're doing well, all right? I hope you're doing better than you ever thought you possibly could be doing. And if you're not, that's okay, right? We all know that. But do yourself a favor. Get your fucking shit together, all right? For once in your sorry, sad existence of a life, get your fucking shit together, okay? It's the only way to make things better is getting your shit together, all right? Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Magic Mind. Go to magicmind.com, promo code JOE, save yourself some dough on a wonderful little drink for your mornings. Also, if you'd like to support the podcast, patreon.com/utilize shrooms. There's a link somewhere in the description of this podcast. You're welcome to sign up to the Patreon. We have all sorts of fun over there. All sorts of fun that you can't have anywhere else on the internet is over at patreon.com/utilize shrooms. And thank you to the wonderful people who are already on Patreon. I love you and I appreciate you. Real quick, got some shows coming up, all right? I'll be in Marion, Illinois, this Friday, October 27th at Celebrations Event Center. So that'll be a fun one. A little Halloween comedy coming your way. Also be in the Albany, New York, November 3rd and 4th with my good buddy Aaron Weber. And then I'll be in Bridgeport, Connecticut, the 10th and 11th of November. And then, listen, guys, I will not be in Wisconsin the 24th to 25th anymore of November. And I'll also not be in Tampa the 15th through the 17th of December, okay? Drop some shows, but you can go to joekellycomedy.com and get all the shows that are happening, all right? There we go. Drop some shows, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. I had to do it. I had a show in Indianapolis last weekend. It was a great show, very fun. One of the best fucking independently ran shows in the country. If you're ever in Indianapolis on a Sunday, go through Black Circle Brewing for the Sunday show. Absolutely great time. Always fun. Good people, good comics, great fucking time all around. So, I'm in Michigan right now. I had planned on coming up to Michigan regardless after Indianapolis, but 2 days before, my dad had some heart surgery, or not necessarily heart surgery. Well, I guess they fucking cut him open and put some shit in his heart. He got a defibrillator, I think is what it's called, all right? So, and I hope this mic doesn't sound bad either. I didn't know that was going on up until it had already fucking happened, because that's just how we do it. That's how we Kelley boys do it. We don't say shit to nobody about nothing, even if we might be dying. That's just how we do it, all right? So I had no idea that was going on, and then I found out that happened, and he's doing fine, okay? He's doing fine, ladies and gentlemen. No issues, I guess. It was more of a preemptive thing. He didn't have a heart attack or go into cardiac arrest or anything like that, but his heart was beating a little wonky. So they just kind of did this thing as a preemptive measurement. I guess that's what I've been told. Who the fuck knows? Because again, we don't bother people with the details of what the fuck's going on in our lives. Not in this family, goddammit. But once I found that out, it's like I was going to be in Wisconsin the day after Thanksgiving, and I think I'd rather be up here for Thanksgiving and then the shows before Christmas. So I just dropped those shows because I'm just going to come up here for at least through the holidays. I'm going to get up here for Thanksgiving and kind of just stay the month and just kind of be around everybody for a little bit, at least for the holidays, you know, and make sure everyone's doing okay, because, you know, as fun as comedy is, as much fun as I have doing it, and boy, oh boy, let me tell you guys, I have a fucking ball. Most of the time. It's just, I just would rather be up here in Michigan for the holidays, especially given the circumstances, you know. Say my grandma had a heart attack last October. I don't know if you guys have kept up with us that long here on the podcast. She's doing fine. She's mowing her fucking lawn right now. I can look out the goddamn window and see her and go, goddamn, that old bitch just out there mowing her lawn. Just not a care in the world, having a great time. And then my dad had his hard shit just fucking last week or whatever. So, yeah, I'm just going to, I'm not going to worry about being on the road during the holidays. I'm going to take a month off and kind of chill up here, bring you guys more podcasts from the great city of Flint, Michigan, and we'll figure out the road situation starting next year. But I'm just not going to do that with the given circumstances, because it seems like my dad's heart is slightly more important than fucking stand-up comedy at this point in time in my life. Look at me being mature. You know, I'm not going to fucking tell him that, though. He'll just have to realize it. He'll have to realize it on his own. And then however he feels about that, he could keep that shit to himself, too. Because, again, we don't do that type of stuff up here. All right? We don't be talking about, oh, you make me feel this way and I might be dying. Mind your fucking business. That's how we do it. That's how we fucking do it up here. We mind our business until it's almost too late. And then you find out through a fucking text message from your sister that your dad had heart surgery. Oh, shit. If I'm bumping around this mic, it's a lapel mic, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a different thing. If it doesn't sound great, my apologies. I'm doing the best I can with what I got up here. And I thought this might be a little bit better of a setup. All right. But, man, here's I don't fucking know. The war in the Middle East has ended. Pete Davidson ended it by opening up SNL, because now you don't hear nothing about it. It's back to football, and you know, just no one's talking about it no more. Everybody was talking about it for a half a second, and now it's done. And now it's an afterthought. We're on to the next thing already. So isn't that a good world to live in? So there's no more war. The war hasn't been going on this past week. That's nice. That's good. That's a good change of pace. Neither of the big wars we've been spending billions of dollars on, you know, for the past fucking year that we've been sending to all sorts of different countries, they just fucking stopped last week. You know, nobody changed their fucking profile pictures. Nobody standing with nobody. I mean, there were mass protests and shit like that going on in major cities, but for the most part, it's fucking done. It's over. The war's over. That's fucking great. I'm glad that Saturday Night Live is always there to help end fucking wars. You know, that's good. That's a good thing. I like that. I like that it's all said and done, and the times have fucking moved on. So I don't know nothing about nothing that's been going on. I've just been hanging out and working and spending time and checking in on my dad, and, you know, trying to kick it with my niece and nephew a little bit, because they're pretty fun. And been spending time with my grandma. I love talking to my grandma. Here's the thing. I think I mentioned this a month or so ago. I'm trying to get my grandma on this podcast, but she won't do it. She doesn't want to be recorded or, you know, anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking like mobster her and wear a wire and go over to her house one day and just kind of, you know, interview her without her realizing that I'm interviewing her. So I'm going to wear a fucking wire just so I could talk to my grandma, because she's got some good shit to say, man. I think so anyway. Or she's just, you know, she just has a lot of life to reflect on. And so I just enjoy talking to her. I've been working in the dining room over here at my ma's house, you know, while I've been here for the week. And sometimes my grandma will come over, and she brought me a nutty donut yesterday. And that was fucking fantastic, you know? That was fucking great. I've never been brought anything while I've been at work. Not really. You know, no one's ever brought me a fucking donut while I've just been fucking working away. It is fucking great. And then we were talking for a little bit, because she was wondering about the weekend plans, and the weekend plans were kicking it with my sister and my cousin and all that shit. You know, the usuals, the fucking usual suspects. And, My cousin is a bit of a drinker. He don't do nothing really but kind of drink. He hasn't had a job in a long time. He just lost his license, I think last summer or the spring, maybe something like that. Within the past year and a half, I'll say. Lost his license, got a DUI, wrecked his car, all that shit. But my grandma I was like, he's going to be there, yeah, whatever. And she's like, oh, he's a bit of a drinker. And it's like, yeah. And she just mentioned, we were just talking about it for a little bit. Because I guess most of her uncles and like her dad's side of the family, growing up, she saw a lot of alcoholics. And some people quit and other people didn't. And she just said something like, people got to have something. What is it? Just something to live for. So we started talking about that because she's never really drank. She don't like to drink. She's like, I haven't lived a glamorous life, but I find something to do rather than just sit around and being a fucking drunk by yourself most of the time, And the idea that people feel like they don't have anything to live for is like foreign to her. She was like, she couldn't grasp the idea of being an alcoholic while we were talking. She just is like, I don't know why anybody would. And then she got to the point where she was like, well, maybe it is a disease and this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, yeah, because she looks on her dad's side with all her uncles, and then my uncle, we were talking about him too. That dude he lives next door. He lives right next door, but you just don't see him ever. He really don't leave the house much. He's always liked drinking. And then as soon as he retired, it's the only thing he likes. Like now he has all the time in the world to do his favorite thing, and he's just completely miserable. And it's all he's ever wanted. Was to be able to sit at home, not have anywhere to go, and get fucking hammered. Get as drunk as you want. But he don't leave the house, and and my grandma just doesn't understand. She's like, I don't know why he does that. And I think it's because he don't have much else. She pets her cats and mows the lawn, and she's just like, I'm happy as can be doing this. I don't have problems to fucking drown away, So maybe having something to live for isn't this fucking grandiose idea. Because we are like, everyone wants to have their career or some fancy job or something like that, some kind of fucking purpose in life. We all are seeking some kind of meaning with our life, I think. Most people anyway. It's a journey. It's a journey of self-discovery, trying to find meaning, trying to find your purpose. But I don't think my grandma's ever thought like, what's my purpose in life? Maybe she has, as like just for like a fun thought thing, but she's not sitting around all day going, oh, my life has no meaning. Even though at this point in time, it probably doesn't, She don't do a shitload of nothing. She'll mow the lawn. She got her hair cut, She'll help out with the niece and the nephew sometimes. She'll go pick up the kids. But other than that, she just kind of hangs out with a cat, a real mangy cat, one that's kind of a mean cat, but likes her. And that's it. And she's just like, I got plenty of meaning. Or she doesn't even think about it. So her things to live for are just so minuscule, I guess, in comparison to what everybody else is trying to seek and trying to find. And maybe we're trying to find too much. Maybe it's not as difficult as it seems. But we're so fucking brainwashed with goddamn envy and, we're just watching other people live their lives and sitting around going, my life ain't as good as that. And, most of it's just a show anyway. You ever notice how, like, all these, like, all these celebrities that are all fucking rich and they have these glamorous lives that people, pine after and like idolize. They're all fucked up human beings. So maybe there's a balance between the two. I don't really know. But let's take a quick break, shall we? Let's take a quick break, check in with our sponsors this week, and we'll be right back with more Joe Kelley Psychedelic Experience, all right? Thanks for being here, everybody. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Magic Mind. Now, you guys know I've been ranting and raving about how great it is to have Magic Mind as a part of my morning routine, how it fills me with energy and mellows me out to get the day started, and I've really been enjoying it. Well, I'm in Michigan this week, and I forgot my Magic Mind, and let me tell you guys, I've committed atrocities while I've been here without my Magic Mind. I didn't realize how much Magic Mind was making me more tolerable of the world around me. But I've pushed my grandmother downstairs, my sweet old grandmother who had a heart attack last October. I pushed her down the stairs for no real reason other than I felt like she was taking a little bit too long. I've fist fought my niece several times since being back here for a week in Michigan. I've balled up my fist and I've punched her adorable, sweet, loving little face many, many times over again because I felt like she was eating too much candy. Now, these things have not happened when I have my Magic Mind. So I'm not saying Magic Mind is going to make you a crazy person if you don't have it. That's just me. That's just how I am. I can't help it. And the fact that Magic Mind numbs that dark side of me, I think is a great thing. You should try Magic Mind for yourself. Go to magicmind.com. Use the promo code Joe. That's JOE at checkout. Save yourself up to 20% off, ladies and gentlemen. Give it a try. It's a wonderful product, and I can't wait to get back to Tennessee so I can enjoy more of it as part of my morning routine. Let's get back to the podcast, shall we? Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that brief message from our wonderful sponsors here on Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience, coming to you live from the great city of Flint, Michigan. If you couldn't tell, the background is a little bit different this week. There's no fucking butt posters. Fucking nice background stuff. Some goddamn bronze and butterflies or whatever the fuck. Some more butterflies, you know. A lot of good stuff here. This fucking background. Oh, I'm not going to keep you too much longer on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a quick little Monday check-in, you know? Just letting you know what's going on with me, where I've been. I missed you last week. That's my apologies, all right? It was between going up to Indy and then getting here and trying to get settled in and running around. As usual, seeing the family stuff, doing this, doing that. Time got away from me, all right? But just wanted to have a quick Monday check-in. You know, that's it. I'll tell you about a video I saw, all right? I'll tell you about a video I saw, because sometimes I'll be on the internet, and I know I like to trash it and talk about how bad it is, but sometimes you just fall in love, you know? You just find somebody that you're really into, that you're vibing with, and it's a pretty wonderful experience, you know? It's nice. Falling in love is a good thing. I think everybody should go through that, you know, even if it is just on the internet with a lady who's fucking opening beer bottles with her butt cheeks. Like, that is something that, you know, everybody wants a lady who can, like, cook and, you know, raise their kids and maybe, you know, or maybe they don't want none of that and they just want to, like, pay for a house, you know, and all that's good. All those are good qualities in a lady, you know, nurturing, that's a good quality in a lady. You know, kind, you know, that's a nice one. But also opening beer bottles with your butt cheeks, I think is something that, you know, in the olden days, people had a higher standard for that sort of thing. But now, fellas, I think our standards have dropped, you know, because now ladies can't even cook. You know, you ever been to a lady's apartment when no one's been there in a while? They're fucking filthy. They're fucking disgusting. These broads don't clean. These broads don't cook. And these broads don't open fucking beer bottles with their goddamn butt cheeks nowadays. We need to go back when a lady knew how to be a lady. You know, you come home, the food's ready, and she's fucking happy to see you. You know, things are clean. It smells nice. And then she says, hey, babe, you know what will go great with this fucking T-bone steak I made for you? And you go, what, baby? And she turn around and open her butt cheeks up and stick a beer bottle in there and fucking twist that son of a bitch off. And then she give you the beer. And then you go, this is classy, a classy woman, you know. And then maybe she sticks the bottle cap in your mouth, too, to let you know what you're getting into after dinner. I think that'd be fun. I think that's a good quality in a lady. Again, something that's lost on these modern women, you know. All they want to do is fucking be bossy and fucking wear suit pants all the goddamn time and, you know, shoulder pads or fucking blazers with shoulder pads. I'm being a boss lady. It's like, I don't want that. I want you to open a fucking beer bottle with your butt cheeks, you know? And thank God I found this lady on the internet. We're not talking or nothing like that. It was just a video that might have been on Twitter or something. But man, sometimes I'm out there just falling for these ladies. The one who broke the egg with her butt cheeks, dude. I'll never forget her. One day I'm going to write like, I don't know, a love novel about all my experiences with love. And just these real wholesome, beautiful, you know, classy women that fucking open beer with their fucking butt cheeks, dude. It's like, oh my God. They just don't make them like that no more. That's a rare breed. That's someone whose grandmother taught them correctly. They're like, listen, honey, I'm going to tell you a few things about a man, all right? He don't want to hear you all the damn time. Some of the time, sure, but not all the goddamn time. He likes food, and, you know, he don't want to live in filth. And also, here's the one secret that'll get you married 100 times out of 100. Fucking squeeze them butt cheeks around a beer cat and twist that motherfucker off for him. All right, baby. All right, now you gotta go out there and find yourself a good man. Find a good, wholesome man. Nice Christian lady, you know, believes in God. Will cook you some food and then crack you a cold one with that hot stinker, you know? Oh, man, I don't know. I'm looking in the wrong places for love. I'll tell you that much right now. Because it's on the internet. It ain't out in the world. Let's get you the animal video clip of the week and get you on your way, my friends, all right? This one, nature is just a crazy fucking thing, you know? It's one of those, sometimes things just don't make sense. Like, when a lion is a terrifying fucking cat, one of the scariest things ever to exist on this planet. A giant cat that is very fast, that can rip you apart to shreds with their teeth and claws. And, you know, it's just like the apex of predatory animal, it seems like. But then you get these other things that, you know, they only eat vegetables. I'm talking about hippos here. I believe is it omnivores? God, I hope that's right. Herbivores. Fuck off, everybody. You almost fucking got me. But no. Herbivores, I'm pretty sure. Fucking me too. Most of the time, 420 blazing, dude. But you'd think a lion would be a much more terrifying creature to encounter than a hippo. Because hippos just eat fucking cabbage and stuff like that. And, you know, you don't see them necessarily causing any ruckus. But this lion stumbles upon a sleeping hippo. And you think, oh, you know, nothing should happen here. I understand that one lion probably can't take down a full-grown hippo, but I guess I didn't realize hippos were so aggressive. I've seen them be aggressive with people and like chase boats, but this fucking hippo, all right? I'm just making sure the fucking mic's working here. This fucking hippo just latches onto this lion's head and just starts fucking ragdolling it, man. No fear at all. But I guess when you're a big fucking giant fat hippo, I guess you don't really have too much to worry about. Unless it was a bunch of lions. But dude, I guess I didn't realize, or maybe I did. Maybe I've seen similar videos to this. I can't remember. But I didn't realize a fucking hippo would latch onto a goddamn lion's head and just fucking say, fuck you. You ain't taking me down. Apex predator, king of the jungle. Hippos are where it's at, man. I've been giving Lizzo too hard of a time. I didn't realize she was built better for survival. Who knew? Maybe that's how we should fucking, instead of calling her beautiful, maybe we should just go that. She's built for survival, dude. You're not body shaming anybody that way. You're not going, hey, you big fatty. Nah, they're not. They're just built for survival, dude. That's all it is. There'll be a new category of porn soon. I want a built for survival sized woman, please. And thank you. Thanks for checking out the podcast this week, everybody. Hope we had a little bit of fun. Thank you to Magic Mind for being a wonderful sponsor. MagicMind.com, promo code JOE at checkout. Save you a few bucks. If you want to support the podcast, I would appreciate it if you did. Patreon.com/utilize shrooms. All right. There's a link in the description of this podcast. Also, I'll be in Marion, Illinois, this coming Friday, October 27th at Celebrations Event Center. It's going to be fun. I'm closing that out. It's going to be a great show. I'll be in Albany, New York, the 3rd and the 4th. And then I got Bridgeport, Connecticut, the 10th and the 11th. Those are in November. And then I'll be in Frankenmuth, Michigan, actually, the 30th and the 31st of December. So a little New Year's Eve show, Go to joekellycomedy.com for all the upcoming dates, shows, and all that nonsense. Thanks for being here on the podcast with me, everybody. Or thanks for listening. You weren't actually here on the podcast with me, but you're here with me. You're here with me, all right? And I'm with you, and we're together. It's a beautiful thing, all right? It's a wonderful, fantastic thing. So do me a favor before you get out of here, all right? Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else. And I'll catch you around real fucking soon, all right? Later, my friend. YouTube, what's happening? What's going on? You still get the bonus portion of the podcast, even when we're in fucking Flint, goddamn Michigan, all right? I don't know if I have the elements to actually assemble this podcast for the video, but who gives a fuck? We're here, and we're having some fun, and we're making great decisions with our lives, aren't we, here on YouTube? I love you. I hope you had some great times this past week, and I hope this week is just as fun as it possibly could be, all right? Fucking love you, YouTube. I'll see you next week, all right? Have a great week with your bad motherfucking self. All right? Later.